What's going on, guys? We are live. Sorry, I was just sorting that out. But I just need to make sure that it sounds okay. And I'm just going to watch some of the lads do a couple of 5-lappers on F124. There's about 18 drivers in the lobby at the moment, so it'll be a good chance to see what the pace is like for the drivers. Sounds okay as well, which is good. So, we are pretty much live on every single platform. Hype Train! Vixen with the gifted sub, thank you so much, mate. And there is also somebody else there as well. But I can't see who it is. So, Saudi Arabia, we are live on Instagram as well. We are live on Instagram. Here we go for F124. And let's see what spectator mode is like. We've got the nice street lights as well. Here we go. This is it for the first spectated race on F124. And it's a lights out and away we go. What is going on here? Down in towards turn 1. It's Banana B right in the Scuderia. Banana Live plays in the Red Bull is to go through turn 1 and 2. Saudi Arabia looks incredible. Rocket Man in the Mercedes is there under the street lights as well. Jack in the Aston Martin is through. Forza Ferrari in the Mercedes squabbling with Lewis in the Aston Martin. Fixter in the McLaren is down 2 places. Sam B all over the back of him. Soon to be teammates next season as well. Dennis on Jack. The Alpine is through on the Aston Martin as they go up towards turn 9. Incredible. Look at that from Forza Ferrari. A huge lunge on the 2 McLarens of Fixter and Sam B. And he's coming right back at him in a bit of a collision as well. And we've got TTL Nick in the Alpine coming through. And it's all going on. They've all collided through that chicane. But this looks amazing. Trubo's nails into now. He's down 14 places in that Red Bull. But it is Super Trubo in that Ferrari with a super opening lap. And Banana Live plays in the Red Bull, chases him down with B right in the other Scuderia in P3, Rocket Man in P4 in the Mercedes, Dennis in the Alpine in P5. Look at this, down in towards turn 27 we go. Vixen, the game looks amazing, the graphics look incredible. Oh, huge crash, that is fanfulness. in the Racing Bull. And look at that for graphics. It actually does look amazing. I hope you guys can see what I can see on stream. I hope it's not as blurry as it looks on mine. It shouldn't be. So Lewis is through on Jack, the two Aston Martins swapping places, and Dennis is through on B right. Might not be the first time we see that this season, but look, they're all fighting for the lead of this race. It looks a little bit dusty. I don't like the lights there. But here comes Banana for the lead of this Grand Prix. TTL Nick is retired. Gennady gets a penalty. And they are fighting for the lead of this Grand Prix. Jack and Fixter. This will be a clean battle. The yellow flags is just waving and waving. Oh, and Jack goes into the side out McLaren, and Reese goes through in the Williams. And they have a little slight coming together, but the yellow flag is going off. It's nutty. The new season does not start before the handling update, Vixen, don't worry. So Super Turbo is now into P2. Ferrari driver down towards turn 27, and at the end of lap 2 it is going to be Banana Live plays that leads. Rocketman tried to make the lunge for it there and went down the inside, but Dennis is catching them all, and here comes Super Turbo to retake the lead of this Grand Prix, this 5-lapper. We have 18 Formula 7 racing drivers in this lobby, which is brilliant to see. B right in the Ferrari has lost a lot of places, but Banana Live plays, and that is Dennis. I think was that Banana into the wall. That was a driver that went clattering into the wall, and it is Rocketman that now leads to Lewis in the Aston Martin. Yeah, 19 now. 19 F7 drivers in this lobby just for a little practice race. That's great. Look at that. That is amazing. The outskirts of the track. It's completely different. Like, look at the graphics of the sea. Wow. That is amazing. Like, honestly, that is incredible. I don't know if you guys can see what I can see here. I hope that the graphics is doing it justice. But I hope we get some aerial shots of that again. We're on lap 4. But it just looks more like the desert as well. If you understand what I mean. Like, from the top, it looks more like a track that is in the middle of a desert. And the way that they've really focused on the outskirts of the track. I really want to try and get that aerial view. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I hope we can get it again. But you just look at the backdrop of the circuit and the detailing that's gone into it. Look at that! Oh my God! The way they come through and the camera just sort of blurs into the cars. Spectator mode looks beautiful. I want that aerial shot again, I really do, because I want you to see like the ripples in the ocean and the detailing that they've really put into F124 here as we watch Lewis W take the lead of this Grand Prix. Rocketman in the Mercedes will go down the inside. Banana Live plays wheel to wheel with him. Goes the Red Bull, but just focus on the backdrop there. But it is Lewis W on to lap 5 that will be the race leader on this 5-lapper. Lewis up 8 places. But I really, really want them aerial shots here. So I'm going to focus on the front. But if you just I know there's an amazing battle going on here, but just look at the detailing in the back of the track. You look at like the buildings. Look at that. Like, it looks like you're in the middle of the desert. You're looking at the detailing on the palm trees, the detailing on the buildings, on the track, the lights that are at the side of the circuit. Look at the way they come through there and the camera angle that zooms in. The detail looks amazing. Even the bridge that crosses the track. And I really want to get that shot of the ocean and the sea as they go down towards turn 27 again. Look at that. F124 looks beautiful here in Jeddah. Under the lights as well. Look at the neon purple behind. Look at the backdrop of the sea there. The ripples in the ocean. The detailing and the graphics here in F124 are actually amazing. But coming down towards the line, this is going to be so close. Lewis hangs on. All three of them to the line. That is amazing, it really is. All the other drivers coming down towards the line. Let me, I want to save that. That is actually so good. It was a very entertaining race. I cannot wait for league racing to start again. Just look at the graphics. Like, I didn't think there would be that much difference in terms of the quality in the graphics and the game. But oh my god, I was so wrong. You really, really see the difference when you're spectating the drivers and you're spectating a race, honestly. So Lewis W does lead after 2 races. And I think it is going to be Australia next. But I'll upload these clips to YouTube and then I'll upload them to TikTok so you guys can see it as well. See how amazing they look in spectator mode. I mean, some of you guys have probably seen it in spectator mode already, but I'm actually amazed at how good it looks. So going in to Australia. The only bad thing is I've had to turn off the soundtrack to the game so that we don't get copyrighted. Cheers for the follow, man. I appreciate it. So into Australia we go, and we have 18 Formula 7 drivers that will go into a 5-lap race, and I'm just going to commentate on this as if I were commentating on a race. So now we've seen the last track, which was sort of under the lights. at the night time in Saudi Arabia, but now we're going to see in the sunlight, in the dry, in Australia. So a completely different backdrop, and I want to see if they've put the same amount of detail into most of the tracks and not just a couple of them, because we know the updated Spa, we know the updated Qatar, but I didn't think they would have updated that many circuits, but they have, and it looks phenomenal. So here we go. And it's lights out, and away we go. Down towards turn 1, it is Jack that leads in front of Banana. Jack in the Aston Martin is into P1. He's lost a few places. It's already lagged down. It is Banana that leads. It's not Jack. It's B right into P2 with Super Turbo. His teammate has gone right into the back of Banana. And that looks like a deliberate move to try and take him out. Jack is right on the back, and it's a bit glitchy, and I cannot tell who's actually leading. There's a few ghosted cars. I don't know who's overtaking. Now it's caught up. Jack is down into P4 just behind his teammate. He's got Dennis in the Alpine right on his rear diffuser. And he has the two Mercedes of Forza Ferrari and Rocket Man, the two Scottish drivers in the Mercedes AMG Petronas as they go down in towards turn 8 and 9. Super Trooper in the Ferrari lost a few places, lost 7, and he's wheel to wheel with the Williams of Lewis Baptiste, who stayed in that Williams from last season, and Nick Dew in the Visa Cash Out Racing Bull Turbo Snail in the Kick Sauber, goes down the inside, comes together with the Williams of Lewis Baptiste, and he cannot catch a break at the minute. He is being sunk into every kind of battle. And Forza Ferrari and the Mercedes round the final chicane we go. That is crazy racing. Reese in the other Williams trying to make a move. Ginaudi down again, but it is B right at the end of lap 1 that leads. I just want to get that track map up so I know what I'm looking at. Brother, right, there we go. So B right does lead. There's something going on with the telemetries at the minute. Lewis Baptiste, Turbo Snail losing a lot of positions. Look how more quick the cars can go. That is one thing that we've definitely noticed in the new game, is that overtake, wow, it can bring up some speed. Rocket Man, that is pairing the Kick Sauber, that is losing places in turn 9 and 10. Nick Dew in the RB is through. Turbo Snail on his teammate. And we have Forza Ferrari on TTL. Nick, the Mercedes driver, on the Alpine, lunging down the inside of turn 11 and got the move done. Super Tube all over the back of Sam B as he just loses the rears and it just kicks out the back end. And Forza Ferrari chasing him down, but we do have A Fixture in the McLaren all over the back of B right as they lock up in towards turn 1 and 2. Down the DRS straight towards turn 3. Remember, DRS does kick in after just 2 laps now. And the Mercedes and the Ferrari wheel to wheel as Dennis in the Alpine is right there as they go in towards turn 4 and 5. Pera with a time penalty, but it's B right at the end. In the middle of lap 3 in that Scuderia that leads, but look how quick Fixter is catching up. And they've got Dennis, the Belgian driver there, Lewis W in the Aston Martin, and his teammate of Jack on this 5-lap race. Down the DRS straight towards turn 9 they go. B right still in the lead, but not for long. A Fixter in the Papaya is through, up 4 places. Over the curb he goes, and even Dennis now takes his chance. TTL Nick in the other Alpine has made the move on Super Turbo in that Ferrari. Can he come back at him? It is Rocket Man and Jack, the Aston Martin. Reese is out, the Aston Martin and the Mercedes. The Mercedes is through as they go down towards turn 13. And I must say, it wasn't just Saudi Arabia. The detailing on the backdrop of the tracks still looks amazing. It always looks better in the dark anyway, especially under the lights as well of the circuit. Wow, some battling going through there at turn 1 and 2. That is Lewis Baptiste. And A Fixter has been overtaken by Dennis. He goes onto the grass. He's losing a lot of positions. B Right goes through. And A Fixter has lost a lot of places. And the Canadian of J has joined the session. Lewis W is through on Rocketman. A Fixter in the McLaren. Gets tangled up with the Mercedes. And then Jack says, thank you very much. The Aston Martin is through on lap 4. Down towards turn 9 they go. Forza Ferrari. There's so many overtakes in it, as you would see on a 5-lap race. Rocketman is around. And Lewis W, who is leading this little 5-lap championship, is up to P3 again, so seems like he's got the hang of it quite early on here. But it is Dennis that leads by 1.4 seconds going on to the final lap here in Melbourne. And Jack is through on Fixter down the DRS straight towards turn 1. What about TTL Nick on Sam B? Sam B in the McLaren. Currently in P10 and into the points. Fanfinis in the RB is going to make the move on Rocketman, who made that spin out of turn 10. And Fanfinis is up to P12. What about TTL Nick on Sam B? Down the inside goes the Alpine on the McLaren. And that's a beautiful overtake from Nick. And now traces down Turbo Snail. Lewis W will look for this move on B Right to take P2 away from the Ferrari, and here he comes, and look at the difference in speed, and Lewis is up to P2. He's also caught up to Dennis by a significant margin, but he will get that double dose of DRS for Lewis as he just locks up in towards turn 11. Looks like Dennis will win here in Australia in this 5-lap race. It looks like Lewis, oh, B Right spun it. I'm sure he'll reset. Jack will take the podium here in Australia. He didn't reset. Fair play to B Right, actually. Jack will take the podium. Dennis wins. Lewis takes P2. It's a double Aston Martin podium here in Melbourne. That was a really thrilling race, and I'm going to grab a drink. Come on, Ginaldi, says Oliver James. Any spots left? Jay, yep. I've seen you get in as well. Remember, we are live on Instagram, on Twitter, or on X, if you like to call it. On TikTok, I think, as well. On pretty much everything you can go live on. If you do want to be a part of Formula 7 Racing for the new season on F124, just come and join as well. Now, you can't do donuts anymore, says Banana. Yeah, I hope you guys can see just how good the graphics are for this game. They really are a game changer. The only thing I would say is that, you know, when you're looking at the fastest lap, it's a very, very luminous purple, and it's quite hard to see sometimes. It's like when you put the purple on Discord as a very, very neon purple, and it's quite hard to see with the backdrop. That's the only thing I would say. It's a little bit difficult to see. Handling, yeah. I've seen mixed reviews about this, Dennis. I've seen so many people say they like the handling, the new handling, and I've seen so many people say they don't. Usually you'll get like a big influx of drivers saying it's horrible, but this year we've got sort of like a 50-50 mix, whereas in a lot of drivers like it, a lot of drivers don't. But so that just tells me that 1 second, sorry, I'm just getting the Japan track map up. I don't think they've done a terrible job, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It could be worse. So, yeah. Oh, God, yeah, it's way, way too unrealistic. I think they will alter it a little bit. Because the way you can ride so many curbs and, like, you can just go full throttle. It's the curbs kill. I've seen so many clips of drivers absolutely levering it over every curb and not even spinning, but then they'll put their foot down on the throttle and go spinning. I see what you mean with like the curbs and stuff, but I've seen so many clips, and when I was testing it out yesterday, I feel like you can go full throttle and you can just bounce over every curb without losing it. But then if you go too quickly on the throttle, it just spins you out. Even if you're on a straight, it's crazy. But the nose of the car just feels so weird. And look at that, that's very pixelated dust off the mark. Oh wow, Red Bull is off. That's Ginaudi again. He's into the gravel. What has gone on with Ginaudi? It's Banana again that started from the front. What's going on here? In towards turn 3, 4 and 5 we go. Lewis W will be looking at this. Goes round Fixter. 19 drivers for this 5-lapper. Banana is leading. Oh, that was Super Turbo that went right into the wall. And Lewis is back up to P4. Reese and the Williams in P6. Oh, goes lunging down the inside. Goes A Fixter, nearly loses it. As they come through the hairpin at turn 11. Up towards turn 12 we go. Jack is up to P8 in the Aston Martin. The only little slight annoying thing is that yellow flag. When a car spins, I don't know if it's because it's 5-lappers, but it just absolutely batters that yellow flag, which can be a little bit frustrating. But I don't know if it's because it's 5-lappers and there's so much going on. Jack is round as well. That is Lewis Baptiste in towards the 130R when he got that overtake. I feel like the game is very still feels like there's still quite a few issues with the game, but the one thing that they've absolutely got spot on is the graphics. The graphics look phenomenal, and that helps me, especially when you're spectating. But for the drivers, not so much. So Banana does lead, B-Ride chasing him down. We have Reese in the Williams as they go through Spoon Curve at turn 13 and 14. Down the inside he went there. That was a nice move. Fanfiness on Lewis Baptiste. They're wheel to wheel coming out of turn 14. And down towards 130R, Reese on Sam B. We go back to the RB of Fanfinus, and it's Turbo Snail clattering in to the RB, the Williams of Lewis Baptiste, as they go in towards the Casio Triangle. And they're onto the gravel. Oh, Jay in the house is through. Complimentary. Be Right and Banana have been overtaken by Lewis again. Lewis looks on fire, doesn't he? Looks very good. Sam in the McLaren going a little bit wide, but Sam also looks very quick. But he's got the Belgian of Dennis on his tail. And he will be hard to shake off. Oh, he goes onto the grass. Sam B, wheel to wheel, goes to Papaya with the Alpine. Yeah, it's so good to look at the game and see it look amazing. Lewis went wide there, and he might have lost a few places as Be Right takes the lead. What do you guys think? What's your feedback of the game? What's your what's the biggest takes that you've taken from F124 so far? And let me know the positives for you guys, and then obviously the negatives as well. Lewis W and Be Right into 130R, and the Ferrari will stay behind. Reese is up to P3. Banana in the Red Bull down to P4, and he has Dennis now on his tail. I think it's going to be very difficult as well with in terms of the new ERS system, because the cars can speed up, and the differences in pace is quite a lot, especially down the straights. That is Dennis, that is through on Banana, who goes nearly onto the grass there. Remember, this is just for fun, guys. It is it's not a league race or anything. It is literally just for fun. Just some 5-lappers with the F7 drivers. Just to let them enjoy themselves, and so I can have a look and see if there's what the graphics are like and what the spectator mode is like. I've not actually looked at the spectator, so you've got the broadcast, you've got the TV pod, same as we did before basically, haven't we? So broadcast, then we've got everything you had before. It's exactly the same. Tyres look a little bit different when you look at that. Oh! Be Right goes off with Reese. The new HUD menu is one of them. Is still growing on me. I feel like there's too much going on with the new HUD, and sometimes I can't make sense of what's going on. And obviously with the ERS as well. You see, look at, you can see Reach has got an overtake fixed on hot lap. You've got some of the other drivers on medium. You've got Sam who's just put it off from none to overtake. So there's a lot more work that goes into the race now as well. Dennis is now the leader, but you can see there's a lot more going on, and the drivers have got to do a bit more. Yeah, oh god, definitely too complicated. Definitely needs to be simpler. I feel like the drivers have got a lot more to do with the hands during the race as well, which is a lot to take in. Down towards 130. Look at the difference in pace. Like, look at the difference in pace. That's not normal. Oh, Dennis went for the lunge there. Lewis trying to win. Oh, he snaps off the back. But it is Dennis that will win. The racing's very close. But yeah, I feel like still a lot, isn't there? Oh god, Jay, yeah, the car is really wobbly. Like, it's got so much like front end, but it's so, it feels like it's darting to the left and the right. Like when you turn left, it just feels like it just darts to the left and darts to the right. Realistic grid. I didn't set up the lobby, mate. So yeah, it looks like it is on realistic grid. So Lewis W again at the top. So I'm going to do one more. I'm going to watch one more of the races and then I'm going to jump off and watch the is it the Europa Conference League final? Oh, sorry guys. The Europa Conference League final. I just wanted to jump on and see what like the spectator mode was like. Obviously stream a little bit of the 5Lappers that the guys were doing as well. I obviously as well wanted to check if Streamlabs was working okay for the when the new season starts, and it looks like everything's working fine. So we go into China. Actually, if Ben is listening, let me message him. I want to see what Spa looks like. China it is. Let's see what China looks like. We'll see. So into China, and it's lights out and away we go. Down towards turn one, the smoke from the cars looks very pixelated off the line. That's the only thing, the only negative I've seen so far in terms of the graphics. And the Alpine of TTL Nick just losing a position. The two McLarens of Sam being fixed to there, and squabbling it out for P2. Super Tuber in the Ferrari once again at the front with the Alpine of Dennis. But it is the Alpine of Dennis that just gets in front. Lewis W going to have to come from the back again. It seems like the drivers are starting from the same position every race. And Ginaldi has crashed out of every single Grand Prix so far. I feel really sorry for him. He's dropped to the back of the grid in every race on that one. Racing B11. Banana through past Turbo Snail. What about Sam B? He's been overtaken by Dennis, but Fixter is up to P2. But it is Fanfinus in the RB that leads the Grand Prix. Jay in the Haas. That is Forza Ferrari that is out and left. What about Turbo Snail on TTL Nick? I just want to go on board with some of these drivers and have a look. Yeah, it looks very sharp when the drivers are turning, doesn't it? I'm just trying to listen for the noise of the cars, to be honest, the different cars. That the Ferrari and the McLaren sound so different. Just admiring the sound of the cars there. So no overtakes there. Take that position and change off. So Dennis 1.6 behind Fanfinus in the RB. And then we have Super Turbo. He will use a lot of that battery. I also want to just get that telemetry up again, because I want to see what the drivers are like in terms of using that ERS throughout the race. So Fanfinus does lead. So Sam B is now using the overtake, but remember DRS is enabled after 2 laps of the Grand Prix. So Sam B now flicks it to none. Medium for Fixter, none for Dennis. Hot lap and overtake for Ginaldi, medium for Fanfinus. TTL Nick on the overtake, trying to defend against Lewis in the Aston Martin. Look at that for a battle. And look at that for a camera angle as well. And look at that for a switchback. That is gorgeous from Lewis in the Aston Martin. One of the overtakes of the night, that. What a switchback that was. Beautifully executed. That was fantastic. Banana will go down the inside of that. Kicks Albert. And he kicks that rear end out. No, he's left himself open for an attack from B right. I must say the camera angles are a lot better than last year. A lot better. Which I'm happy about. I mean, to be honest, it's still a bit. It's still similar, but you can see slightly different cameras, which is really good. Super Turbo round the outside of a Fixter. He's now got his teammate on the back of him. B right and Banana still squabbling. And the 2 McLarens once again. That's Sam B and Fixter. Friends on and off the track. Teammates for next season. But nothing is stopping them from fighting in this 5-lap race here in China. And Sam B and B4. Oh, look at the lunge. Look at the lunge from the Alpine. That was TTL Nick. Oh god, the drivers are still so shaky, which I'm not surprised about, to be honest. It's still very close, isn't it? So. So I was just getting rid of that. Trying to sell viewers or something. I just don't understand that. So I'll be right on to the grass. And as Valtteri Bottas once said, it's a very expensive lawnmower. Lewis in the Aston Martin. Here comes Sambi on Super Turbo, and the McLaren is through and up to P3. He went deep though, and you see how sharp the car turns there. Famfness is leading on the last lap here in China. Oh, Sambi got clattered into there. So we are on the last lap, and I just want to try and get some decent camera angles. I want to see what we can get here. Oh, the slide. Let me just take that off. This is so close on the last lap. Wow. After 5 laps, this is really, really close. Reminds me a bit of NASCAR as we're coming down here. Look at this. I literally don't know who's gonna come out of this battle in front. Jesus, Jesus. Wow. Well, that was a show, wasn't it? Right at the end. Let me just save that. Wow. Yeah, Jay, I was thinking the same thing. So, Famfinus wins in China. Yeah, Lewis last to P3. What a drive. Let's just have a look, actually. Yeah, Jesus. P18 to P3 for Lewis Baptiste. What a race. Famfirst from P2 to the race win. You hear TT on Nick on stream. Right, guys, I'm going to jump off. I just wanted to see what the what it was like, what the game was like, what Spectator was like, and I must say it looks, from my point of view, it looks awesome, absolutely awesome. The graphics look incredible, the handling just needs improving. I'm sure that will come with the new update, but wow, the graphics, it's just completely different to the last year. And you know, when you race on an old game and the graphics look great, and then the new game comes out and you're like, oh my god. So yeah, they've done a really good job with the backdrops and the circuits and everything as well. So yeah. Anyway, we will be back. We'll do some more 5 lappers and everything. I'll leave the drivers to race, and I will see you all probably tomorrow. We'll do something tomorrow, maybe some 5Lappers. At the same time, we'll go live for an hour again, and maybe I'll even jump into a race or something. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed just having a quick look at the race. I might actually jump in. I've not got a setup for Belgium though. I might jump in for one race, but I just don't have a setup for Belgium. I'm going to jump into the Mercedes. Sack it. I don't have any setup though. I won't even have time to put it on. I've got a setup for like Bahrain, Australia, and I'll just chuck Bahrain on. You know what I mean? That's your generic one, isn't it? But yeah, sack it. I'll have a race before I go. Don't judge me, because honestly I've got no setups on this account, and I've done half an hour of time trial because I've been in work, so, and that was yesterday that I did that. So don't judge me, because I'm going to be awful, and I'm going to use Bahrain. Right, here we go. What are you saying? 15 wings. 15? You're kidding, aren't you? No, I'll just stay with Bahrain. Here we go. Slow off the mark I was. Oh, Jesus. I'm just trying to stay out of trouble. Oh, sorry, Reese. Sorry, I cut in way too early then. It's so sharp when you're moving. Oh, Jesus. I want to slam on the brakes there and just give the space on the outside to Jay there. Mike Instructor's World Championship teammate. Oh, it was Dennis, sorry. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Start was fine. Only lost about 20 positions. Wait, am I losing battery here? Because I'm on overtake, but I'm actually not. I don't use my ERS. I only use it briefly. I'm so shaky. Right, now it's time to. Look how quick they catch up to you behind. That is mad. I'm just watching that rearview mirror and you just see how quick the Tubo's catching up. I've just got to give him the space on the inside. I'm just going to try and switch it back. Wow, that is like a dagger when it goes in. And when you turn left or right.
DRS enabled.
I'm not going to even get the DRS here. Yeah, handling is sketchy, man. How slow the car is. I've just looks like a second to the car in front, just down that straight. It's going to, that is going to bring the cars a lot more battling and a lot closer together throughout Grand Prix, but that is going to be very difficult to defend against in races. It really is. But just remember, this is my first race on this game.
Caution!
So do not judge me.
Okay, clear.
Oh god. Sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Remember to play around with ERS modes in your MFD if you need to. Okay, the stewards have given you a 3-second time penalty.
I didn't even do
Contact
anything
with
wrong.
other cars. That's 3
The
seconds to
battery.
get into a
The only
race
good thing is the battery builds up a lot quicker than it usually would. I'm going to retire from this and I'm going to spectate. Racing at the back. And that's exactly why I'm a commentator and not a driver. Oh yes. Oh yes. The camera angles. Look at the camera angles. Senjo, no, you can join. These guys are going to be staying on for quite a bit and doing 5-lappers. I'm just jumping off after this race. I was just jumping on, streaming for a bit, having a look at what the spectate looks like. But yeah, all the drivers. In fact, I'll send you an invite. All of these drivers are staying on for a bit. The camera angles are absolutely incredible, you know. I'm so glad they've updated that. Especially that chopper view that zooms out. That is going to look so good when we're doing league racing. The two McLarens battling again. So good, camera angle and the graphics. I can't explain to you how good the graphics are compared to last year. Yeah, I'll send you another, mate. Right, I'm going to shoot off, guys. I'll leave all the F7 drivers to do 5-lappers. Thanks for tuning in, watching, and having a look at what the spectate is going to offer us for the new season. I will jump back on some 5-lappers probably tomorrow. I hope everybody has a good evening. I'm going to go and watch Fiorentina versus Olympiacos. Good night, everybody, and I'll speak to you on